This video was produced in collaboration with InnoGames. I think that's enough intro stuff. Welcome to Space Age Space Hub, the next age in Forge of Empires. For most players, this means you get a new metal expansion. Don't forget to go and place it, it only costs 1.6 million metals. Of course, there is much more with this age. We get 2 new great buildings, yes, only 2. The red galaxy that was leaked is unfortunately not coming. Let's take a short moment of silence for it. The 2 we are getting, the 5x3 Stellar Warship and 4x4 Cosmic Catalyst, aren't too bad by themselves. The Stellar Warship provides unattached units and an attack boost to both attacking and defending armies. More or less a combination of the Alcatraz and Terracotta Army. Past level 10, you get 2 units per level and 5% attack boost per level, though the unit production caps at 200 units. It will cost Space Hub goods and supplies to level it past that 10th level. The Cosmic Catalyst gives a chance for your units to deal a critical hit that does 1.5 times damage as well as guild goods. Think of an Arctic Orangery with guild goods. The critical hit chance reaches 10% at level 10 and caps at 25% at level 100, so you will not be able to get a 100% chance when combining it with the Arctic Orangery. The Cosmic Catalyst will be special in terms of its leveling. You will require Space Hub goods and the special good of Space Age Space Hub, Dark Matter, in order to upgrade it past level 10. If you're not in Space Age Space Hub, you can use an alternative shiny rock to buy Dark Matter and level it. I think the Cosmic Catalyst is still worth building even if you do not have access to Dark Matter or lots of diamonds. That 10% critical hit chance at level 10 is still pretty good and definitely valuable having. As for the Stellar Warship, it could be worth placing just because of those attack boosts. Don't expect these buildings to be cheap. The warship costs over 67,000 forge points to get to level 10, and the Catalyst over 54,000. And those high costs continue as they level further. Getting the warship to level 100, where its unit production caps, costs over 4.5 million forge points, and the Catalyst over 3.5 million. On a side note, I'm assuming the abbreviation for the Stellar Warship will be SW, but for the Cosmic Catalyst, we already use CC for Cape. I propose we use COLA, as when you take the first 2 letters of Cosmic Catalyst, you get Coca. Jokes aside, let's talk about the colony. Besides looking absolutely stunning, there are some things of note. First, like with Titan, you will not require any roads in your colony. Second, and much more importantly, life support has changed. Ask nearly any player and they'll tell you they never even bothered with life support. In previous ages, it just makes goods buildings cost less coins and supplies to produce goods. However, in Space Hub, life support will give up to a 25% chance to collect 4 times the good from your goods buildings, somewhat like the settlements. It goes even further. This bonus applies to the exploration sites on the continent map too. Additionally, the goods buildings themselves will be able to produce dark matter. Unlike previous ages, there is only one time option for producing goods, which is every 8 hours. The rest are dedicated to dark matter, which costs credits to produce. That's probably a good thing, as you'll need a lot of dark matter for the Cosmic Catalyst, Tech Tree, and the colony buildings themselves. That's right, the more efficient life support buildings will require a little bit of dark matter to build. I expect the optimal colony setup to be focused on credit production and boosted life support, with any leftover space having goods buildings producing more dark matter. Having the full life support with the 25 4 times chance nearly doubles your daily collection of dark matter or goods, so I think it's well worth the space investment to build that life support. The big question with each new age, however, usually revolves around fighting and whether it is easy or not. I do have bad news here. This age will probably be quite boring and makes for easy auto battling. The artillery unit has the power shot ability, meaning that it ignores most units' other skills and can make it quite devastating at lower attrition levels. Then once the enemy starts getting higher boosts, swap over to the ranged unit since it has the contact ability. Each unit gets even more keen eye applied to it, meaning that once again battles can be unpredictable due purely to random chance on keen eye applying. The champion does look like an anime character though, so that's something. One thing you'll want to look out for when aging up is the sheer quantity of forge points, goods, and special goods required to move through the tech tree. This age will cost a whopping 118,000 forge points, nearly 40,000 each of dark matter and the new Space Hub goods, as well as a smattering of other resources. That's well over 5 times the forge point cost of Space Age Titan, so I hope you've got a decent supply. If you are planning to age up into Space Hub, you'll unlock some new avatars and new expansions. The 1 victory expansion everyone gets, 2 from the tech tree, 1 from the map, and 12 that can be purchased with diamonds. The cost goes up another 200 diamonds each, as each will cost 2,800 diamonds. Together, if you want to buy all of them, that's 33,600 diamonds, so I hope you have some saved up. As for what comes after Space Hub, we don't know, and that's not a joke either. The next stage will have us journeying into the No, I'm not doing it. The story takes us right up to where we research faster than light technology, and we shall have to see where that takes us. Before we go blasting off to other star systems, it'll be interesting to see what the goods market looks like when we have buildings that require special goods to level. Will you be placing the new great buildings, or what are your thoughts on Space Age Space Hub? Let me know in the comments or over on Discord, and as always, I'll see you all next time.